I am Dr. James Wasajja from the University of Kigali School of Communication and Journalism. Today, I'm here to attend the 5th World Journalism Education Conference. Rwanda seems to be outstanding, one, in the way it is projecting the communication within the public. A lot that is coming out in how do you call them, blogs. We have a lot of online news, and we thought that we could, if somebody is to come up with a curriculum, we would have to really find better ways of getting the right units to cover that. So we have something that is placed here on the script, but we are not so sure it's something. What would you propose? Because what we have here is theoretical, and the practical part is missing. So what are your practical course units there?
The practical part, I think, is hugely important. My journalism school was very practical. The IPJ is very practical. It's very important. And if you have full-time students, you can do something like, say, every Tuesday afternoon, they go out and report. And it's the job on Monday to check out the diaries of, the local council, the courthouse, to talk to PRs, to talk to companies and see what's happening, so that you have people covering a crime story in the courthouse. Somebody else goes to maybe the city council to talk about planning or traffic or housing. Somebody else gets to do, the fun story about a fashion launch. Someone else talks about something happening in business, and then, they change it so that every week they go and do something, even if it turns out to be just a little story, but that they get the practice of going out, which is the important thing for all student journalists. If you build in on usually the Monday of the week, because that's when everyone puts out their diaries for the week, and you say, okay, you book people, the students, to find out everything that's happening, and you'll find very quickly that the local county council, the local businesses, they'll get to hear that you're there, and they'll send you stuff. And that's important, to send it out and say, tell us what you're doing. And, so they're students, but they will be professional journalists in the future, so it's worth their while to get their message.
To propose the practical journalism and the activities I have for you, that will give me the basis of what would comprise under this module or unit. I'm looking at how I can again integrate IT.
IT?
Yes, information technology, and in making sure that we comply. Back in Africa we have issues of global and yet we need to set up a studio.
Yes, but well, there's a radio studio and there's a small television studio. And that's actually quite recent.
What are these activities,
in the IPJ,
apart from what you talked about here? What are the activities in the radio studio?
So they learn how to record radio interviews, to record natural sound, to produce a news story, to produce a feature, to learn how to recognize a good soundbite, and then how to put together a package where you've got natural sound, you've got interviews, you've got the journalist speaking, and you've got a story that is prepared. So all of that. But what you can do on a low budget, don't forget, is you can send some with an iPhone, and you don't even need the whole microphone setup. They can just go with their iPhone and interview. They can do for radio and television, but you can do filming on it and do a small little TV thing. You can set up something like at the IPJ there is a blog system. So if you have the blog, then every week.
I wanted to know, how does the blog work? Like, you set it up, are you talking about the free blog?
Yeah. I mean, I know the IPJ has it behind a wall, just doesn't necessarily want to be public, or it can be, but you can have WordPress and just make it an open one, just so long as everyone knows it's open, and therefore they have to do proper journalism and not just say anything. And you can do that easily. And then so if you have one afternoon where they're going out, there's another afternoon when they come back and put everything together, and it goes up so that every week there's a blog with radio, TV, print, photographs. And if they've got a phone, they can do all that.